Hi, I'm Mr. C, the teacher, and this is my classroom. Over the years, I've created hundreds of lessons in every subject area. So grab your tools for school and join in with us. Or sit back and just watch. And let's go on a learning journey together. Because you're watching Lessons from the Classroom. Well, let's take a look at what the topic for today's episode is going to be about. In this math episode, we're going to talk about adding, or addition it's called. Addition is when we take two numbers and we put them together to make a new number. For example, here I've got 10 different colored cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cubes. If someone were to give me 1, 2, 3, 4 more, I can put the 10 and the 4 together and I can discover that I've got 14 altogether. 10 plus 4 equals 14. And that's addition. In this episode, we're going to have a few storybooks and lots of worksheets to follow along with. All right, let's get started. You know, I love being surrounded by great books, because one of my favorite things to do is to read stories. So let's make some time right now and read a storybook. This is story time. Join us. Mathematics for addition. 1 and 1 makes 2. 2 children. 1 and 2 makes 3. 3 teddy bears. 3 and 2 makes 5. 5 plates. 2 and 3 makes 5. 5 mugs. 5 and 1 makes 6. 6 spoons. 5 and 5 makes 10. 10 cookies. 6 and 3 makes 9. 9 flowers. It's a tea party.
Worksheet lessons.
So here we have our next page for addition in math for kindergarten. It says joining groups. Number 1, Sophie bakes 2 pies. 2 pies are baked. And James bakes 3 pies. 1, 2, 3 pies. How many pies are there all together? Well, let's take a look at the pies. Here's the 2 pies that Sophie baked. 1, 2. Here's the 3 pies that James baked. 1, 2, 3. If we count all of them now in this new group, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many pies are there altogether? 5. My little house. Mathematics. Addition. I made a house. 1 can fit in my house. Here comes my friend. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 can fit in my house. Here comes one more friend. 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 can fit in my house. Here come 2 more friends. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 can fit in my house. Here come 3 more friends. 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 8 can fit in my house. Here comes my dog. 8 plus 1. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 can fit in my house. Oh no, a bee! Eek! Yikes! Oh no, help! 9 take away 9 equals 0.
More worksheet lessons.
So here we have a grade 1 worksheet on addition, and this is using a number line to prove our addition facts. It says, using number lines to add. The frog takes 2 leaps. Where does he end up? Remember, in our question 3 plus 2, the first number is where we start on the number line. In this case, it happens to be a 3. So our starting number is 3. Our hops are represented by that second number. So we're going to take 2 hops from the starting number of 3. 1, 2. And the number that we land on becomes our answer. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. Here's our next question. 7 plus 2. Our first number is the number that we start on our number line. Our second number, 2, is the number of hops we make. 1, 2. The number we land on becomes our answer. We landed on 9, so 7 plus 2 equals 9. This question says 4 plus 2. 4 is our starting number. On our number line we find 4. 2 is the number of hops we're going to take. 1, 2. The number we land on becomes our answer. 6 is what we landed on because 4 plus 1, 2 equals 6. Here we have 6 as our starting number. We find 6 on the number line. Plus 2. 2, our second number, is the number of hops. So 2 hops from our starting number of 6. 1, 2. Number we land on is our answer. 6 plus 2 equals 8. In this question, 5 is our starting number. 2 is the number of hops we're going to take. 5 plus 2. 5 plus 1, 2. Number we land on? That's our answer. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Addition using number lines. Paper chains to 10. Mathematics. Addition. I can make a paper chain. It is fun to do. I can make it up to 10, and so can you. My chain is red and blue. There are 5 red and 5 blue. There are 10 all together. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. My chain is green and orange. There are 6 green and 4 orange. There are 10 all together. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 4 plus 6 equals 10. My chain is gray and brown. There are 7 gray and 3 brown. There are 10 all together. 7 plus 3 equals 10. 3 plus 7 equals 10. My chain is pink and black. There are 8 pink and 2 black. There are 10 all together. 8 plus 2 equals 10. 2 plus 8 equals 10. My chain is purple and yellow. There are 9 purple and 1 yellow. There are 10 all together. 9 plus 1 equals 10. 1 plus 9 equals 10. My chain is white. There are 10 white, and that's all. 10 plus 0 equals 10. 0 plus 10 equals 10.
More worksheet lessons.
Here we have a grade 1 math page on addition, and we're going to be using number lines to prove our answer. It says here, trace the leaps and add. Well, let's take a look at our question. 2 plus 5. The 2 represents our starting number on the number line, so we find the 2. That's where we're going to start. The second number in the question, 2 plus 5, 5 represents the number of hops that we're going to take away from that starting number. So starting at 2, 5 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number that we land on becomes our answer. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Here we have a question that says 5 plus 4. 5 is our starting number, so we find 5 on our number line. That's where we're going to start. The second number, 4, 5 plus 4, 4 is the hops. So we're going to take 4 hops away from the starting number of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The number we land on becomes our answer. So 5 plus 4 equals 9. In this question, 2 plus 3, 2 is our starting number. 3 is the number of hops we're going to make. 1, 2, 3. And the number we land on becomes our answer. 2 plus 3 equals 5. In this question, 0 plus 4, 0 is our starting number. 4 is the number of hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the number we land on becomes our answer. 0 plus 4 hops makes us land on 4. So 0 plus 4 equals 4. In this question, 1 plus 4, 1 is our starting number. 4 is the number of hops we make. 1, 2, 3, 4. The number we land on is our answer. 1 plus 4 hops away from 1 ends up with us landing on 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. In this last question, 2 plus 1, we know that 2 is our starting number. And we know the second number, in this case a 1, is the number of hops. So starting at 2, 1 hop. 1. And we know the number we land on is our answer. So 2 plus 1 equals 3. And that's adding using a number line. The Bubble Booth. Mathematics.
"Let's go to the bubble booth," said Paul. "Let's blow bubbles together and see if we can win a prize to share," said Eddie. Paul blew 5 bubbles. Eddie blew 6 bubbles. "How many bubbles do we have?" asked Paul. 5 plus 6. "Let's use doubles to count the bubbles. We'll add 1 more to get the score. 5 and 5 is 10, and 1 more is 11. 5 plus 6 equals 11. "Let's try to blow more than 11 bubbles and win a bigger prize," said Eddie. Eddie blew 7 bubbles. Paul blew 8 bubbles. "How many do we have?" asked Eddie. 7 plus 8. "Let's use doubles to count the bubbles. We'll add 1 more to get the score. 7 and 7 is 14, and 1 more is 15. 7 plus 8 equals 15. "Do you think we can win the biggest prize of all?" asked Paul. "Let's try," said Eddie. Paul blew 10 bubbles. Eddie blew 11 bubbles. 10 plus 11. "Let's use doubles to count the bubbles. We'll add 1 more to get the score. 10 and 10 is 20, and 1 more is 21. 10 plus 11 equals 21. "We did it!" shouted Paul and Eddie. "We won the biggest prize!"
More worksheet lessons.
So here we have a math worksheet for addition using a number line in order to prove our answers. It says, count the leaps and fill in the blank. So here we've got 2 plus an unknown number is going to give us the answer of 3. Well, what we know is that 2 is our starting number, and that the missing number is the number of hops, and that the number we land on becomes our answer. So all we're really doing here is we're counting the number of hops. I can see that we have 1 hop. So our missing number is 1. If we look at this question now, this math sentence, to see if we can prove it, 2 plus 1 hop, 1, gives us an answer of 3. So, in the next question, what we're doing is we're counting the number of hops. 3 is our starting number. 5 is the number we land on. What we need to know is the number of hops. So starting on 3, we have 1, 2. 2 hops. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 3 plus 2 hops, 1, 2, makes us land on 5, our answer. Here we have 2 plus something is going to equal 4. Well, we know 2 is our starting number, and we know 4 is the number we land on, giving us the answer. So let's find out how many hops we have. 1, 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 is our starting number. 2 hops, 1, 2, allows us to land on 4, our answer. In the bottom part here, it says, trace the correct number of leaps. In other words, all these dotted lines are just there to fool us. They're not the correct number of leaps. Let's look at our first number. That's our starting number. We don't know what our answer is yet, but we do know how many hops we're going to be taking. We're going to be taking 3 hops. So, starting at number 1, 3 hops. 1, 2, 3. And the number we land on becomes our answer. In this case, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 1, 2, 3 hops, gives us the answer of 4. Let's take a look at this one. 0 plus 2. Okay, we know 0 is our starting number. That's where we're going to start. We know 2 is the number of hops. So starting at 0, 1, 2. And we know the answer is the number that we land on. We landed on 2. So 0 plus 2 equals 2. Next question. 3 is our starting number. 5 is the number of hops. Let's start at 3 and do 5 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number we land on is our answer. We landed on the number 8. So 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. And that is addition using a number line to figure out how many hops are needed or what number we land on for an answer. Bouncy Balls by Brenda Stein Zaldoff and Cheryl Urbach, and read by Mr. C, the teacher. Jessica tried to bounce her soccer ball. Splat! She tried to bounce her beach ball. Squish! She tried to bounce her tennis ball. Smoosh! None of them would bounce. We'll need bouncy balls for games day, said her older brother, Mark. Let's ask the neighbors. I'll come too, said their little brother, Billy. They went next door to see Anne. Do you have any bouncy balls for games day? Jessica asked. Yes, I have 9 green bouncy balls you can use, said Anne.
Wow, let's collect some more. Thanks, Anne.
Next, they went to see Lan. We're collecting bouncy balls for games day, Jessica explained. Here are 5 red bouncy balls for you, said Lan. Thanks, Lan. How many bouncy balls do we have now? Asked Billy. Well, we have 9 green and 5 red, so we have to add 9 and 5, Jessica explained. I know an easy way to add them, said Mark. We'll make a group of 10. Now we can add 10 and 4. I know that 10 and 4 make 14, said Jessica. Let's collect more, said Jessica. As she pulled the wagon, the 5 red bouncy balls went bounce, 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 bounce. Next, Mr. May gave them 6 yellow bouncy balls. And Jessica looked in the wagon. She shouted, "Oh no! Some of the bouncy balls are gone!" How many bouncy balls do we have now? Asked Billy. Well, we still have 9 green and we have 6 yellow. So we have to add 9 and 6, said Jessica. We'll make a group of 10, said Mark. Now we can add 10 and 5. I know that 10 and 5 make 15, said Jessica. Let's go home now, said Jessica. As she pulled the wagon, the 6 yellow bouncy balls went bounce, 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 bounce. When they got home, Jessica looked in the wagon and said, "Oh no, some of the bouncy balls bounced out." "Here are 7 more, said Mom. How many bouncy balls do we have now? Asked Billy. We have 9 green and 7 blue, so we have to add 9 and 7, said Jessica. I can do it, shouted Billy. I can make a group of 10. Then we can add 10 and 6, and I think 10 and 6 make 16. Look, said Jessica. Wow, said Billy. I wonder how many bouncy balls we have now.
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. I'm getting busy. I'm just adding up 100,000 plus 23 to see what it works out to be. See, 0 plus 3 is still 3. And 0 plus 2 is still 2. 0 plus, well, 0 really is 0. And 0 plus 0 is 0. And 0 plus 0 is 0. And 1 plus nothing here, still 1. Oh, it looks like the answer is 100,023. All right, we'll see you next time. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned something new and had fun doing the lessons. Join me next time on another episode of Lessons from the Classroom.